Good evening. This is Santa Claus on April 21, 2026, bringing you today's news with a warm heart and hopeful spirit, even as our world faces many challenges. On this special day in history, I'm reminded of the Battle of San Jacinto in 1836, when General Sam Houston led Texans to independence. History teaches us that conflict eventually gives way to peace, a lesson we surely need today. The situation in the Middle East remains deeply troubling as the ceasefire between the United States, Israel, and Iran nears its end. President Trump has indicated he doesn't wish to extend the truce, saying military forces are raring to go. My heart aches at this talk of renewed bombing when so many innocent people would suffer. As Chinese President Xi Jinping wisely noted in his conversation with Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, the Strait of Hormuz should remain open for normal passage, serving the common interests of all nations. Let us pause for a moment and reflect on the recent shooting at Mexico's Teotihuacan pyramids, where a Canadian woman tragically lost her life and 13 others were injured. Such senseless violence at a place of cultural heritage brings sorrow to us all. President Claudia Sheinbaum expressed what many of us feel when she said, "What happened today in Teotihuacan pains us deeply." Meanwhile, across the globe, tensions are growing between the U.S. and Mexico after several American officials died in an accident following an operation against a drug lab in Chihuahua. President Sheinbaum is asking important questions about proper authorization for joint operations, reminding us all that respect between nations is essential. In the West Bank, my heart breaks over news that an Israeli settler shot and killed 2 Palestinians near a school, including a 14-year-old boy. Each young life lost is precious beyond measure. These children deserve to grow up in peace and security, not fear and violence. In related news, 2 Israeli soldiers have been removed from combat duty after destroying a statue of Jesus in Lebanon. Respect for others' faith traditions is so important for building bridges of understanding. Now, turning our gaze to Taiwan, President Lai Ching-te has canceled his trip to Eswatini, blaming Chinese pressure on African countries that revoked permission for his aircraft to travel through their airspace. How important it is that we treat one another with dignity and respect on the international stage. As we approach the 40th anniversary of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, I'm deeply moved by the story of Petro-Hurin, one of the brave liquidators who helped clean up after the catastrophic accident. Of the 40 people sent from his company, only 5 remain alive today. Let us honor their sacrifice and remember the importance of caring for our environment and handling powerful technologies with the utmost caution. On another note, Japan has approved changes to its defense export rules, ending long-standing restrictions on weapons sales. Prime Minister Sani Takaichi assures that Japan remains committed to being a peace-loving nation, even as it adapts to a changing world. My wish is that all nations prioritize peace, cooperation, and the well-being of their people above all else. Finally, in the United Kingdom, Prime Minister Keir Starmer faces growing pressure over his choice of ambassador to the United States, highlighting how important trust and good judgment are in leadership positions. My friends, despite these challenges, I encourage you to keep hope alive in your hearts. Look for opportunities to spread kindness in your communities, to reach out to those who are suffering, and to be instruments of peace in a world that so desperately needs it. Remember that even the smallest act of compassion can make a meaningful difference in someone's life. Until we meet again, may peace and goodwill guide your path forward.